With this Mac shortcut, I can quickly generate a custom ChatGPT prompt right from my menu bar. Prompt templates are great, but you have to do the manual work of copying and pasting and replacing the text. This shortcut will replace the placeholder text in your prompt template and copy it to your clipboard. It will also open a new browser tab, paste the prompt into the message box, and send it. This shortcut can be customized to suit your needs by adding custom lists of items to choose from and as many text inputs you may need. Make sure you stick around to the end where I'll show you how to save your topic descriptions to a text file that you can easily use for future prompts. I'll also show you how to pull text snippets into your shortcut so that you can reuse them across multiple shortcuts. With this workflow, you can update text in one place and have that text updated across all of your shortcuts. In this video tutorial, I'll show you how to create a custom ChatGPT prompt generator using the Mac Shortcuts app. By the end of this video, you'll learn how to create text inputs and combine them with an existing prompt template and generate a ChatGPT prompt with just one click. If you're looking for a way to save time when generating prompts for ChatGPT, keep watching. We'll create a shortcut to generate a prompt from this prompt template. Text inputs will be generated for these placeholders. We'll use the Ask for Input action to prompt for text and number inputs, and the Choose from List actions to display a list of options to choose from. In the Mac Shortcuts app, create a new shortcut. Add a text action. Copy and paste a ChatGPT URL here. I have multiple Chrome profiles and my ChatGPT Pro account is connected to a specific Google account. When I run this shortcut, I want to make sure that Chrome opens with the correct profile. To do this, we'll need an AppleScript. You can find a link to the AppleScript that I've used in the description box below. Copy and paste the AppleScript here. Press the hammer button. In Chrome, navigate to Chrome version. In the profile path section, copy the text that appears after the last / to your clipboard. Paste your text between the quotes. Press the hammer button. Run a test by pressing the play button to make sure that the ChatGPT webpage is opening up in the correct profile. Next, we'll add an Ask for Input action for the topic. Click on Prompt to customize the dialog box prompt text. Click on Show More if you'd like to set default text. Input your default text here. I'll leave it blank for my input action. Add another Ask for Input action for the topic detail. Add another Ask for Input action for the word count. Change the input type from text to number and customize the prompt text. Add one more Ask for Input action for the target audience. For the content type and tone, we'll need a way to create a list of options to choose from. First, add a text action for the content type. List each type of content on a separate line. In order to pass each text line as an individual item, we need to add a split text action. This action will take the text entered here and split the text on each line into a separate item. Next, add a Choose from List action. This action already selected the output from the action above, indicated by this line here. Add another text action for the tone. List each tone on a separate line. Add a split text action and a Choose from List action. Add another text action for the prompt. I'll copy the prompt template onto my clipboard and paste it into the text action. I'm also going to insert additional information right above my prompt to give it context. We'll replace all the placeholder text with the inputs from the actions above. Highlight the word count placeholder text. Right-click and choose Select Variable. Scroll to the word count input and click on Provided Input. Highlight the content type placeholder text. Right-click and choose Select Variable. Scroll to the Choose from Split Text action for the content type and click on Chosen Item. I'll repeat this for the rest of the placeholder text in my prompt template. Add a Copy to Clipboard action. This action has already selected the text from the text action above. The Copy to Clipboard action will copy all the text here onto the clipboard. Add a Run AppleScript action. I'll copy another AppleScript that I've linked in the description box below and paste it into here. This AppleScript will paste the text that has been copied onto the clipboard into the ChatGPT message box by simulating the Command V keystrokes for the paste shortcut. Our shortcut is ready to be tested. Before we run a test, let's comment out this return keystroke by adding 2 dashes to the front of the line. This will allow us to review the prompt without sending it. Also, if you prefer to always review the prompt before sending it, or want to have the ability to select a different ChatGPT model or use ChatGPT plugins, you can simply delete this line altogether. Press the play button to test it out. Review the content to make sure that all the outputs of your actions are displaying correctly. I'm going to show you how to save the topic description that is entered into the text input field to a text file. This will really make it easy for you to reuse in a new chat or pull up days or weeks later. First, we'll generate a file name by combining today's date and the topic title. This will streamline the shortcut so you aren't prompted to type in a file name. You can customize the file name to suit your preferences. Add a date action. Add a format date action. Click Show More. Leave the date format as short and set the time format to none. Add a Get Text from Input action right below the topic description text action. It's already selected the provided input from above. Add a Save File action. It's already selected the text action from above. Click on Show More. You can leave this as checked if you like to be prompted each time to select a location to save the file. I'd like to save it into a topics folder. I'll uncheck this. I'll click on Shortcuts and press Replace. I'll navigate to my folder and select it. We'll insert the file name into the subpath field. Right-click, hover over Insert Variable, and choose Select Variable. We'll insert the formatted date, add an underscore, right-click, hover over Insert Variable, choose Select Variable, and select the topic title provided input. Add .txt for the text extension. Check this off if you'd like to overwrite a file if it already exists. I'll leave it unchecked. We'll need a way to select whether we'd like to enter new topic details or select from a text file. Add a text action under the first Run AppleScript action. Enter these options. Add a split text action. Add a choose from list action. Next, we'll need to add an if action. If the selected item is select from existing, we'll get the file. Add a file action. Right-click and choose Ask Each Time. This will allow us to select the text file. Next, we'll need to get the file name. Add a Get Name action. This action has already selected the file above. Add a split text action. We'll need to split the file name at the underscore. Change this to custom and enter an underscore. After the text is split, we'll need to return the second half of the file name, which is the topic. Insert a Get Item from List action. Change this to Last Item. We'll need to create a variable to store the topic and the topic details and use that in our text action that contains the prompt. Variables are like containers, and this will allow us to reference the variable without worrying which action the topic or topic details are coming from. Insert a Set Variable action. We'll name this one var topic and store the output from the split action. Add a Get Text from Input action. Right-click and choose Select Magic Variable. Select File. Add a Set Variable action. We'll name this one var topic details and store the output from above here. We'll need to drag and drop the end if right before the ask for number input. Now these actions appear under the otherwise condition, which means that if new topic is selected, we'll be prompted to enter in the topic and topic details. Add a Set Variable action and set var topic to the provided input of the topic text. Add one more Set Variable action and set var topic details to the provided input of the topic details. In the text action, we need to replace the provided input for the topic and topic details with their respective variables. Right-click and select the variable. I'm going to run a test using an existing topic description text file. Review the content to make sure that all of the outputs of your actions are displaying correctly. Lastly, if we want to create multiple prompt shortcuts, it won't be efficient if we hard code this text into each shortcut. It would be more efficient if we stored this content into a text file. This way, if we need to make a change to any of this content, we only need to edit the text file rather than each shortcut. Whenever you run a shortcut, it will pull from the text file rather than the content entered into the text action. Copy all of this content onto your clipboard and delete it from this text action. Open a text file and paste the content into it and save it. Add a file action. Navigate to your file. Add a get text from input action. Right-click and select the output from the action above. I'll make a few changes to this text file and save it. I'll uncomment the keystroke return line and run one more test. If you'd like the shortcut to be accessible from the menu bar, click on the settings icon and check off Pin in Menu Bar. Click on the icon to change the color and select a custom icon. What other Mac shortcuts would be helpful in your daily workflow? Let me know in the comments down below. If you found this video helpful and plan to create this custom Mac shortcut to save time in ChatGPT, please consider giving this video a like. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any time-saving tips and tricks for your daily workflow. Thanks for watching!